beautiful people, I'm still very late with all the channel stuff, so I thought I could do another video with no script for these series. These are the series that came, supposedly, from the great innovation that is Rick and Morty. And of course, since I like Rick and Morty, and I like it a lot, I wanted to see these series, and I can't say they are as good. Maybe as good as the last few seasons, but not as good as the first couple. So let's go! Rick and Morty was revolutionary because the writing of the episodes doesn't seem to care to reach everybody. They don't seem to care if a joke doesn't work well for most people, as long as it works well for the few people it's going to work for. That kind of quality went down in the last few seasons? Yes. I really don't see a problem with an episode ending on a button joke that's a reference for old commercials, because I didn't get the reference and I didn't laugh, but I still like the rest of the episode. True, that episode is about spermogoblins, but this video is not about the current quality of writing in Rick and Morty. It's about these two series, which would supposedly be copies or derivates or however you want to call them. As always, it doesn't matter if it's a copy or a derivative, as long as it's well done. The first one was Solar Opposites, which I didn't like the first time I saw. I think I was looking for just more Rick and Morty, and it's not just more Rick and Morty. So I think I saw the first 3 episodes and then stopped. Ironically, when I came back to the series, I liked it more than the other one. That might be because I see a real problem with conspiracy theories. This very second, we have many a person who pretends they can just say, oh, people are saying, like it's a fact. So when some media is going to talk about conspiracy theories, I need them to take this seriously. I've heard, for instance, people say that it's very funny that the flat earthers are the ridiculous one with a ridiculous conspiracy theory, but they all are. Why are you pretending it's okay to say there are lizard people? And ironically, they treat the lizard people conspiracy theory a little more seriously than they treat all the others. Inside Job has much better characters than Solar Opposites. Solar Opposites characters are pretty flat. Yet, Solar Opposite does some comedy that you're supposed to pay attention to the jokes, so the characters being flat doesn't really make a difference. When I saw Inside Job, I had a lot more fun in the episode where they just use advanced technology to have an interesting story, which I would argue is the big difference in Rick and Morty. So when the series decides, let's have fun with a concept, it's a lot more fun, but most of the episodes are, we have a conspiracy after the other. It's a little weird for me to say this, but the writing has some jokes with a lot of quotation marks that seem a little desperate. So for instance, they have clones that are becoming a mass of clones so they can make an Akira joke. But the joke is,
of course I've seen Akira! Anime is very mainstream right now!
And no, Akira is well known as a cultural landmark, but no, it is not the current reference. Oh, but that's because you saw a lot of anime, so it's gonna be different for you. Akira was the reference for the anime revolution decades ago. In other words, they want to get that part of the audience and say, hey, we like anime too, but they are decades behind. And they have an episode with a hidden city that they make buy old stuff that was left over from decades ago, but they don't put it there. They put it as if it was a current thing. Nowadays, the reference would be Harons. Maybe Isekai if you want something that's less controversial. And it's not as if that was difficult. They literally establish that the earth is hollow, one of their characters comes from there, a sentient fungus, and there's a bunch of kaijus there. Because opening the way for Pacific Rim or Godzilla, it'd make a lot more sense, but they wanna pretend they understand anime. So yeah, it's not like the series is impossible to like. Maybe for other people it's going to be better, but it has to improve the scripting a lot. One of the things that I liked was how the things ended with the robot. Basically, he started as a villain, but they are slowly converting him into an ally, even if not one that you can trust completely. But this, one of the most common tropes of anime, they don't realize it's from anime. Solar Opposites, on the other hand, I started watching again and I saw the 2 seasons and the holiday special. There are some moments that are pretty forced, but it never feels like they don't know that they are forcing it. That Akira moment is a lot more forced than anything that I saw here. So yeah, better characters don't make your series be better. As much as those alien plants didn't seem to have personality in the beginning, they developed a little and they seem to be better. Not everything works well, but what works well, and there's really nothing so bad that made me say, damn, I shouldn't be watching this. I can't say the same thing about Inside Job.